Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're digging into a really sharp book review about a story called Coinman. And trust me, it's a fascinating look at how one tiny, simple habit can just completely spiral into a full-blown social drama.
You know, this one line from the review just hits the nail on the head. It captures the whole spirit of the story. We're not talking about some shadowy, evil plot here. No. The book's whole point is that the most powerful conspiracies, well, they're the ones we are all a part of, often without even realizing it. It's really about us.
So where does it all begin? Well, every good story has a hook, right? This one doesn't start with something you see. It starts with a sound. A subtle, constant little noise that follows one man around everywhere he goes.
And that's it, seriously. Not a gunshot, not a scream, just the simple metallic jingle of pocket change. And somehow, that sound becomes this guy's entire identity, the source of all his problems, and the thing that kicks off this whole crazy chain of events.
I mean, that sounds harmless, doesn't it? What could possibly be the big deal about a man carrying a pocket full of change? Well, as this story brilliantly shows, if you put even the most innocent thing in just the right, or maybe the wrong, environment, it can get twisted into something else entirely.
Okay, so let's finally meet the man at the center of this storm. His name is Kesar, and on the surface, he's just a regular guy, but he's got this one defining, kind of strange characteristic.
And we're not just talking a few coins for the vending machine here. The review says he keeps his pockets full of them. This single, strange habit is what makes him stand out. And as we all know, in the closed little world of an office, standing out can easily make you a target.
And this is really where the story takes off. See, it's not really about Kesar himself. It's about the reaction to him. His simple little quirk becomes the seed for this drama that just escalates and escalates, step by step.
The book breaks down this whole social pile-on perfectly. It all starts with a simple quirk, the coins. Then comes the first whisper, right? That little bit of idle gossip. Pretty soon, that whisper morphs into wild exaggeration and misunderstanding, until finally, Kesar isn't a person anymore. He's a scapegoat. He's a symbol for everything the group just finds unsettling. Just look at this huge gap between reality and perception. In his own world, Kesar is just a quiet, harmless guy who likes coins. Simple. But in the office's collective mind, he becomes this suspicious, odd character, a target for their judgment and, let's be honest, for their entertainment.
So here's the crucial point again. The book's conspiracy isn't led by some villain stroking a cat in a secret lair. It's powered by everyday people, his coworkers. They're the ones who decide, as a group, that his difference is a problem. It's that subtle, invisible pressure of social conformity at work.
To understand how this all happens, the book uses the perfect setting, an office. It's framed as this perfect little petri dish, a miniature society where all our social dynamics, the good and the bad, can be watched under a microscope.
And what do you find inside this miniature society? Oh, all the familiar stuff. You've got your office politics, deep-seated insecurities, fragile egos, a thriving gossip culture, and maybe most important of all, a collective fear of anything or anyone that breaks the so-called normal pattern.
Now, I know this all sounds pretty serious, but the book delivers its critique using a really powerful tool. It doesn't just lecture you. Instead, it uses humor and exaggeration to make its point.
The author is using satire. By making the characters and the situations just a little bit absurd, it shines a massive spotlight on real-world foolishness, our own foolishness, and makes us laugh at it, even as we recognize the uncomfortable truth sitting right underneath. So what's the satire really aimed at? It's the whole spectrum of workplace absurdity. The petty office politics, the hypocrisy of judging others while ignoring our own stuff, that crushing pressure to just fit in, and the really alarming speed with which we label anyone who's different as an outsider.
According to the review, one of the book's biggest strengths is just its writing style. It's not dense or academic, it's simple and conversational, which makes these big, serious themes about human nature incredibly easy to get into and digest. It's a really smart book that doesn't feel the need to sound smart, you know?
But what the review really points to as the story's greatest strength isn't the plot or the quirkiness. It's something much more personal, much more universal. It's the familiarity of it all.
And this is the gut punch, right here. We all know a Kesar, someone who's a little different, marching to the beat of their own drum. And if we're being really honest with ourselves, we definitely know the people around him. We might have even been one of them. And that familiarity is what makes the story really resonate.
So the story's crucial warning is basically this. It shows how a tiny, harmless detail can explode into a massive problem the moment people stop thinking for themselves and choose to just follow the group and value gossip over a little bit of empathy.
And that leaves us with one final, pretty provocative question. In a world that is so quick to judge and conform, a world where a man with coins in his pocket becomes some kind of threat, who's the real oddity? Is it the man with the harmless quirk, or is it everyone else? It's definitely something to think about.